There is something about seeing a city from the sky that changes everything. As the sun begins to rise over Brisbane, the first light of morning spills across the skyline in shades of amber and gold, catching the surface of the Brisbane River and turning it into a ribbon of liquid fire. From high above, the city reveals itself slowly, almost reluctantly, as if it wants you to earn the view. The modern towers glow against the soft morning haze, their glass facades reflecting the sky in perfect symmetry. The river winds through the heart of the city like a living thing, curving and bending, connecting neighborhoods and stories that stretch back generations. And this is not just a city, this is a place that breathes. Few cities in the world can claim a beach in the middle of their urban core, but Brisbane does exactly that. South Bank Parklands is one of those rare places where the energy of a city and the calm of a tropical escape exist side by side without contradiction. Palm trees line the edges of the lagoon, their fronds catching the breeze while families spread out on the sand below. The water at Street's Beach is impossibly clear, a vivid blue that seems almost too perfect for a place surrounded by skyscrapers. Children splash at the edges while adults float lazily in the shallows, the city skyline rising behind them like a painted backdrop. As the afternoon stretches toward evening, the Riverside walkway comes alive with joggers, cyclists, and couples moving slowly through the golden light. The skyline glows ahead of them, warm and welcoming, and the whole scene carries the effortless quality of a city that has figured out how to live well. And the Story Bridge stands at the center of it all, glowing against the dramatic colors of the evening sky. It is a crossing point in every sense of the word. From above, the drone captures it in full cinematic glory, cars moving steadily across its span while the Brisbane skyline stretches out behind it in the golden hour light. The bridge has a weight to it, a sense of permanence that makes the city feel grounded. Walking along its pedestrian path, the views open up in every direction, the river below, the city ahead, the suburbs rolling away into the distance. There is a quiet thrill in being suspended above it all, the wind moving through the steel cables, the sound of the city rising from below. The Brisbane River is not just a backdrop, it is a highway, a gathering place, and a mirror that reflects the city back to itself in constantly shifting light. The ferries that move across its surface carry commuters and tourists alike, cutting smooth lines through the water while the skyline shimmers in the reflections below. Standing at the front of one of these ferries as it pushes forward along the river, the wind in your face and the city sliding past on either side, is one of those simple travel experiences that stays with you long after the journey ends. The water catches the sunlight and breaks it into thousands of moving pieces, and for a moment the whole city feels alive in a way that no photograph can fully capture. Just a short distance from the city center, the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary offers something that feels genuinely rare in the modern world. A koala rests in the fork of a eucalyptus tree, its eyes half closed, completely unbothered by the world below. The soft natural light filters through the leaves and falls across its fur in a way that makes the whole scene feel almost dreamlike. Nearby, kangaroos move freely across an open field, pausing occasionally to accept food from visitors who crouch down to meet them at eye level. There is something quietly moving about these encounters, a reminder that the natural world is still here, still present, still extraordinary, if you take the time to look. Brisbane holds this balance between urban energy and natural wonder better than almost any city of its size. Mount Coot Tha sits above the city like a quiet observer, and from its lookout, the full scale of Brisbane becomes clear for the first time. The aerial view stretches across an endless skyline, the river threading through it all, the suburbs fading into the distance in every direction. At sunset, the entire scene transforms into something that feels almost cinematic without any effort at all. The city glows in warm orange and gold, the light softening every edge, and the emotional weight of the view settles over you slowly. A slow pan from the viewpoint captures it all, the towers catching the last light of the day, the river turning to copper below, the sky above shifting through colors that no filter could improve. And the whole scene carries the vibrant energy of a city fully alive after dark. Street performers draw small crowds while shoppers move between boutiques and cafes, the whole scene carrying a warmth and ease that feels distinctly Brisbane. The close shots of shop fronts and outdoor dining areas reveal a city that is invested in its street life, in the small pleasures of a good coffee and a comfortable chair in the afternoon sun. As night falls, Howard Smith Wharves becomes the place to be. Tucked beneath the Story Bridge along the riverbank, this dining and entertainment precinct glows with warm light, the sounds of conversation and laughter rising above the water. The bridge looms overhead, its lights reflecting in the river below, the skyline glowing behind it in warm orange tones that make the whole scene feel like the closing frame of a film. Lush gardens filled with flowering plants line peaceful walking paths, and sunlight filters through the canopy in long, soft beams. The wide shots reveal water features and open lawns where people sit and read, the pace of the city dropping away entirely within these green boundaries. Kangaroo Point cliffs deliver something altogether more dramatic. The sheer rock face drops away to the Brisbane River below, the skyline rising on the opposite bank in sharp contrast to the raw geology at your feet. Rock climbers move steadily up the cliff face, their movements deliberate and precise against the backdrop of the city. Brisbane sits at the center of a region that offers extraordinary variety within easy reach. The Gold Coast stretches south along a long arc of coastline, turquoise water rolling in steady waves beneath a sky of unbroken blue. The aerial view captures the full scale of it, the beach curving away into the distance, the surf breaking in white lines along the sand. To the north, the Sunshine Coast offers something quieter, softer waves and fewer crowds, the kind of beach that feels like a secret even when it is not. These day trips from Brisbane are not afterthoughts. They are part of what makes the city such a compelling destination, the sense that wherever you are, something extraordinary is just a short drive away. This is Brisbane at its best, a city that rewards those who take the time to look. Cafes spill out onto footpaths, people linger over meals in the warm afternoon light, and the whole city moves at a pace that feels genuinely relaxed without ever feeling sleepy. Along the Riverside promenade at sunset, people walk slowly, the golden light falling across the water in the city behind them, the atmosphere carrying a calm that feels earned rather than performed. And then the night comes, and the skyline transforms one final time. The drone pushes slowly forward over the river, the city lights reflected in the dark water below, the towers glowing against the night sky in a display that is both grand and intimate at once.